the next part, do you have any recommendations to landscapers and horticulturists that care for trees at homes or commercial spaces? So the maintenance contractor, not necessarily the person who's doing the install, but the person who's potentially, it could be a different company that's taking care of them after the fact.
Correct. Yeah. So if you look back at some of the history of landscaping, mulching was a process that came through to mimic Mother Nature. You walk out in the woods, you don't see, finely groomed beds in the woods. You walk along a stream or swamp, you see the organic matter, the organic layers that are developing, and that's from the leaf drop from the seasons before. There's trees that have been become senescent and died, and now they're decomposing on the woodland floor. So they're adding the nutrients naturally, and so that's what landscaping needs to mimic. Using mulches that are typically undyed, have a little bit better nutrient package to them as they break down, versus the wood byproduct. Using pine needles, pine straw for the plants that could use that versus like the bark mulch, and then adding the fertilizer to them when necessary. Seasonally. Not putting fertilizer down in mid to end of September because you forgot in June. Maybe it's skipping it and waiting till the wintertime so you don't push new lush growth on plants that are going to burn off if you get a heavy early frost or even snow in November and December. Making sure you're watering at the right times. People, with the golf course industry, it's a little bit different. With the nursery industry, water early so the soil gets damp, gets moist, keeping the water off the foliage so you don't have fungal issues, keeping it lower underneath. So if you noticed, I think it was 2 slides back that Rob had, maybe it was 1 slide back, there was our above ground trees. And there was one main line with spaghetti lines running over top of each root ball. I'm a big proponent for having irrigation for plants to get established. Yeah, exactly, right there, Rob. So each one of those sticks has irrigation that goes specifically right to each tree. There's not excessive watering, that's sprayed all over, and it's concentrated right there. And that's one thing that I would prescribe to landscape contractors and maintenance professionals, having concentrated irrigation to the plants versus overspray. It's going to help the water get to the trees and not create water pockets and mud holes in other issues of drowning.
Yeah, definitely. I see that all the time as well.
Yeah, up here we have, like your quickie marts, the Sheetz, Wawa, the Home Depot, wherever you go, you just see just the big irrigation just spewing everywhere. Try to concentrate that onto the plant material so we're not wasting the water. And, it's better for the plants to get the correct application.